It's well documented just how strong wrestlers such as John Cena, Kane and The Undertaker are, but from time to time, a completely unexpected wrestler shows an insane sign of strength and power. Because this comes completely out of nowhere, it always receives a thunderous reaction from the live audience, and these acts of strength truly need to be seen to be believed. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at 11 unexpected times WWE wrestlers showed superhuman strength. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out Wrestlelamia.co.uk and our non-wrestling channel Incredible. Number 11. Drew McIntyre body slams The Big Show. On the Raw following WrestleMania 36, WWE aired a match between Drew McIntyre and The Big Show. In completely unique circumstances, this match would take place immediately after WrestleMania had gone off the air, but it would officially air on Raw the next night. The match was just another showcase of the newly crowned WWE Champion McIntyre as he performed a body slam on the near 500-pounder. It was a massive shame that the match took place during the COVID-19 pandemic, as there was nobody in attendance. If the match had taken place in front of a live audience, the reaction to the body slam would have no doubt been incredible. Number 10. The Rock Bottom on Viscera. When fans discuss The Rock's WWE career, they often cite his charisma and his promo work as his key strengths. However, during his career, there were times when The Rock showed incredible strength during a match. Take for instance on an episode of Raw in 1999, The Rock was teaming with Mankind against the trio of The Big Show, Mideon and Viscera. The final stage of the match saw The Rock execute a picture-perfect rock bottom on the 500-pound Viscera. It looked fantastic and received a great reaction from the Attitude Era audience. This wouldn't be the only time Viscera would hit the move, as the Great One performed the move just a few short months later on an episode of SmackDown. Number 9. Johnny Stamboli press slams Rikishi. In the early 2000s, Johnny Stamboli looked to be one of the brightest young stars in wrestling. He was a standout in the dying days of WCW, and fans predicted that Vince McMahon would be a huge fan of what he would bring to WWE. Unfortunately, his WWE career fell flat, but that didn't mean that he didn't have sporadic highlights. His iconic WWE moment was part of the FBI stable in 2003 alongside Nunzio and Chuck Palumbo. On an episode of SmackDown, Stamboli performed a military press slam on Rikishi and the crowd were absolutely stunned. Nobody saw it coming and nobody knew that Stamboli was capable of such a feat of strength. Number 8. Tamina performs a Samoan drop on Nia Jax. Tamina is one of the most tenured of WWE's women's division, and over her WWE career, she's been known to show bursts of insane power. This was seen in 2018 when Tamina teamed up with Dana Brooke to take on Nia Jax and Ember Moon. During the match, Tamina performed a Samoan drop on the 270-pound Nia, and it was delivered to perfection. The crowd evidently didn't expect it, as it became unglued, and they were stunned that Tamina was able to deliver the move without stumbling over. Number 7. Rick Boogs pump handle power slam on Shanky. Ever since Rick Boogs was called up to the main roster, fans have clamoured towards him thanks to his charisma and subsequently his pairing with Shinsuke Nakamura. What Boogs has shown since his call-up is the ability to deliver power moves on any wrestler no matter their size. This was seen in early 2022 when Boogs teamed with Nakamura against the duo of Jinder Mahal and Shanky. The finish of the featured tag match came when Boogs performed a pump handle power slam known as the Boogs Cruise on Shanky. This was special because Shanky stands at 7 feet tall and weighs in over 300 pounds. It was presented as a huge moment by WWE, and the moment was enhanced thanks to Michael Cole and Pat McAfee on commentary, who saw the act of strength with meaning and integrity. Number 6. Ridge Holland picks up both Jimmy and Jey Uso. The trio Sheamus, Pete Dunne and Ridge Holland, collectively known as the Brawling Brutes, have slowly but surely turned into one of the most popular babyface acts in WWE. One of the reasons for their popularity is their success that has been rather organic. The trio began their time on the main roster as heels, but strong in-ring performances led to them earning the respect of fans, so naturally WWE did the right thing in turning them into babyfaces. One of the highlights of the group's run so far was a tag match against the Usos on SmackDown in September 2022. Holland and Dunne would represent the stable, and the match received unanimous praise from fans. One specific spot in the match stood out, as this was when the Usos went for a double super kick on Holland, but he managed to somehow counter and lift both the Usos up in the air before slamming them into the mat. The strength on offer was unbelievable, and it helped showcase how much of an underrated powerhouse Holland truly is. Number 5. Kevin Owens pop-up powerbomb on Mark Henry. 2015 was truly a year for Kevin Owens. Upon his main roster debut, Owens was instantly catapulted into the main event scene with a high-profile storyline with John Cena. This storyline would see Owens obtain one of the biggest wins of his entire career as he defeated Cena at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Throughout 2015, Owens would continue to pick up major wins, and one of these wins was a victory over former world champion Mark Henry. This match took place on the October 15th edition of Raw, and Owens would secure the win by delivering a pop-up powerbomb on the super heavyweight. Owens didn't miss a beat with the move, and it was as if Henry was a cruiserweight. It looked tremendous on screen, and whilst praise should be directed towards Owens for executing the move, Henry should also be offered praise for his cooperation with the move and selling it in a convincing manner. Number 4. Beth Phoenix powerbomb on The Miz. Now, the work of Beth Phoenix is celebrated by fans, as Phoenix is without question one of the greatest female talents of all time. Throughout her career, she's shown great strength in matches with female stars and been able to lift multiple women simultaneously. Phoenix has also been able to easily lift men during her career, and this was shown at the 2022 Royal Rumble pay-per-view. She would team with her husband Edge against the collective duo of The Miz and Maurice. During the match, Phoenix showed fans that she had no signs of ring rust, and there was immediate calls for her to have another full-time run in WWE. One specific highlight of the match saw Phoenix deliver a powerbomb to The Miz with ease. It was a brilliant spot and simply supported the argument of Phoenix being one of the strongest women to ever step foot in a WWE ring. Number 3. Sheamus lifts the Big Show onto his shoulders. Since his WWE debut in 2009, Sheamus has been one of the most consistent performers on the entire roster. He's had the ability to deliver at a high level no matter who his opponent is, and it's been something that fans slowly but surely have begun to appreciate about the former champion. Sheamus has had some fantastic career highlights, but his feud with the Big Show managed to express all of Sheamus' strengths, including his brute power. Sheamus would team up with Randy Orton to take on the Big Show in a handicap match on Raw in 2013, and this is when the Celtic Warrior did the unthinkable. As the Big Show ascended the turnbuckle, Sheamus would place the Big Show on his shoulders and fall backwards. It was a miracle that Sheamus was able to pull this spot off safely, as it looked incredibly scary. But the 7-foot-tall Big Show evidently had a lot of trust in Sheamus to execute the spot, which is a testament to his reputation as a pro wrestler. Number 2. Chad Gable hits a German suplex on Braun Strowman. On the October 3rd, 2022 edition of Raw, it featured a match between Braun Strowman and Chad Gable. The match was designed to be a showcase of Strowman's abilities, however, coming out of the match, all fans could talk about was Gable defying all logic and performing a German suplex on Strowman. Gable was instantly compared to the legendary Kurt Angle, and there were even several calls on social media to see Gable receive a major push up the card. Gable is without a doubt one of the most gifted wrestlers on the roster, and fans are starting to be blown away by his acts of strength that seemingly come completely out of nowhere. And number 1, Rhea Ripley performs a body slam on Luke Gallows. Rhea Ripley's work as part of the Judgment Day stable has received widespread praise. Ripley's heel work has been phenomenal, and she's truly elevated her character to the next level. As a member of the stable, Ripley has gone physical with several male wrestlers, and the most celebrated instance of this was on Raw when Ripley performed a body slam on Luke Gallows. On the October 24th, 2022 edition of Raw, Finn Balor was wrestling Carl Anderson when a commotion between the Judgment Day and the OC stable ensued. During the commotion, Ripley would hoist Gallows and execute a body slam to the sheer disbelief of the crowd. It was one of the top Raw moments of 2022 and showed that the former Raw Women's Champion is one of the strongest talents on the entire roster. But there you have it, folks, 11 unexpected times WWE wrestlers showed superhuman strength. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.